Good morning everyone. I am Tanushree Dalai from Civil Engineering branch. So this is my third video lecture. So in previous class we discussed about the support conditions. As I said before, it is three types: fixed support, pin or hinge support, and roller support. And we discussed about the reactions for this kind of supports. So today we will discuss about the equation of equilibrium. Okay. So any kind of derivation, you need this equilibrium equation so that you can find out the unknown force or unknown moment. Okay. So your equilibrium equation is depend upon three kinds of situations. So first situation is your 2D situation. That means your two-dimensional situation. So in the two-dimensional situation, your equation of equilibrium is designated as the summation of the force along the x-axis equal to 0, then the summation of the force along the y-axis equal to 0, and third one is the summation of the moment along the x and y plane equal to 0. Okay, so in case of 3D system, there are three equations are there, which is known as your equation of equilibrium. So you can see here what will you can gain from the summation of the fx, which is your algebraic sum of the x components of all force on the body, then summation of the fy equal to your algebraic sum of the y components of all force on the body, and summation of the m. What is that? It is the algebraic sum of the couple moments and moments of all forces components about an axis perpendicular xy plane and passing 0. Okay, so you have to only remember this equation. Okay, you may ask question in semester, what is the equation of equilibrium? Define that. Okay, so you can write this equation and what is the abbreviation of the summation of the fx, summation of fy, and summation of m. Okay, so it is the first situation, as I said before, the 2D system. Then now in 3D system, that means in three-dimensional system, the z-axis is there. So here you will get 6 equilibrium equation. Okay, so first is, what is that? First is your summation of the fx equal to 0, then summation of the fy equal to 0, and last is your summation of the fz equal to 0. It is the force. Okay, now moment also there. So due to the 2D, here only one moment is there, only one plane is there, but here the moment is three type. Why? Because here three plane is there. One is xy plane, second one is yz plane, and third one is zx plane. So that here three kinds of moment is there, and due to the three kinds of axis, three kinds of force is there. So as a whole, 6 equilibrium equation are there in 3D plane. Okay, you have to only remember the equations about 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional. Okay, so total derivation part we will discuss later in other chapters. Okay, at that time I will explain thoroughly. Okay, so the next principle is center of the gravity. Okay, so what is that? The center of the gravity is the point through which the force of gravity acts on an object or system. It is denoted as capital G. I think you so much familiar with this center of the gravity because you also have already read in your first year. Okay, so CG point is a point through which all the force, all the weight of your body is centered. Okay, so this is your center of the gravity of some shapes. Okay, so this is one of your square type of shapes, this is your rectangular type of shape, and this is your circular type of shape, and this is the semicircular, and it is the right angle triangle. So the first column designated that the center of the gravity along the x-axis, and the second column designated the center of the gravity along the y-axis. So first shape. So let's consider the square section. So here you can see, as a square section is a symmetrical section. That means symmetrical means while you cut this structure, this square structure, the half of the structure is equal to the another half of the structure. Okay, so this structure you can say that this is a symmetrical structure. Okay, so in case of square shape, your in case of x-axis, the value of CG is your side by 2. That means this side is your A, it is designated as A. So half of the A is your CG value. Okay, and in y-axis also, as it is a symmetrical section, as I said in before, so that this y-axis also is divided by side of a square section. So here also half of the A is your CG value. So come to the rectangular section. So in this rectangular section, it is also a symmetrical section. Okay, so while we cut this section along the x-axis or y-axis, half of the section is equal to the another half of the section. So while we consider the x-axis, so here the longer side is denoted as A and the shorter side is denoted as B. So while we consider the x-axis, so here while the center of the gravity value is the half of this side, that means A by 2 is your CG value, and similarly in the y-axis half of this side, half of the B. So what is the value? B by 2. So see here, B by 2 is your center of the gravity. So now come to the circle part. Okay, so circle part means it is again it is a symmetrical section, so that you can cut in y-axis as well as x-axis. It gives the same value because along the all the direction it gives a diameter which is same along the x-axis or in y-axis, so that while we consider in x-axis, then what will happen? It gives the center of the gravity value which is d by 2. So d by 2 means diameter, half of the diameter. What is that? That is the radius. So that d by 2 equal to your r. So here it written that r. Okay, as well as similarly in your y-axis also it gives the value of half of the diameter which is your again the r, that means radius. Okay, so now see the semicircular. So here you can see in the x-axis this small portion, the value of this small portion is the center of the gravity about the x-axis, which value is 4r by 3 pi. Okay, 4r by 3 pi. But in y-axis it gives the center of the gravity value as diameter by 2, which is your r value. Okay, similarly in the right angle triangle it gives the value of center of gravity along the x-axis is this portion. Okay, this portion is your center of the gravity, which means your base by 3, 1/3 of the base, this portion. Okay, so here is written that b by 3, as well as in the y-axis it gives the value of 1/3 of the h. Okay, here written that in y-axis you get the value of center of the gravity h by 3. So this is all about the today's class. I hope you can understood well. Thank you so much.